Page 76. We will do today the rest of multiple choice questions. Page 76 and part is 8. The illustration shows the distributive law of multiplication. 5 into 3 plus 2 equals 5 into 3 plus 5 into 2. False, not always true. True, distributive law works with subtraction 2. So C part is correct. 8C. 8C is correct. 9 part, associative law, x plus y plus z equals x plus y plus z in the bracket, or a into b into c equals a into b into c. True for addition and multiplication, true for addition only. False, D part is true or true for multiplication only. So A part is correct, true for addition as well as multiplication. 9A is correct. 10th part is the value of minus 8 into minus 8 is 10. The value of, I'm going to solve minus 8 into minus 8. What will be the value? Minus 8 multiplied by minus into minus is plus 8. So both the quantities are multiplying together. Plus minus is minus. The value is 0. There is a negative sign. So minus into minus is plus. Minus 8 and plus 8 gives you 0. This is the 10th part. So look, you will get 0 in the end. So the statement is B is correct answer. 10B. This is the solution. (11) In all magic squares, if the numbers are added horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, the answer is the same. True, A. B not true, C. True only for 9 squares magic squares, D. True only for 16 square magic squares. So A is correct. 11A is correct. Mm. 12. Magic squares consist of 3 into 3 squares with only numbers in a sequence such as 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. True. B is false. Magic squares can be 4 into 4 or 5 into 5. C, false. Magic squares can be made with even numbers or different groups of numbers. D, false, because magic squares are made with fractions too. So B, C, and D are correct. All the options except A are correct. B, C, D. Pages 76, you will get the rest of the multiple choice questions. This is the new revised edition of the book. If you have old books, so change your book. I'm going to rub these answers now. Mm. 23. Now, children, we left chapter 4, and I'm going to start chapter 4 today. Page is 44. Fractions, HCF and LCM. So we will study about highest common factor and least common multiple in this chapter. To differentiate prime and composite factorization, about the highest common factor, HCF, to calculate HCF by prime factorization and division method, about the least common multiple, LCM, to calculate LCM by prime factorization and division method, about the relationship between HCF and LCM of two numbers to solve real life problems related to HCF and LCM. So we will study all these topics in this chapter. So what does it mean, HCF, highest common factor? So when you divide a given number with some divisor, if the number is exactly divisible by that number, the divisor is called factor, because it divides the given number exactly without leaving any remainder. This is the definition for the factor only or divisor only. And when you find out HCF, highest common factor, you will involve two or more than two numbers, and you will compare which number, which is the highest one, is common in both the numbers and common divisor in both the numbers, common factor for both the numbers. So what is factorization? Factorization is the process by which a whole number that is not a prime number is broken down into its factors. Pages 44, open your books and underline this statement for the factorization. This is the definition of factorization. Factorization is the process by which a whole number that is not a prime number, because prime number has only two factors, it is divisible by 1 and itself. So you will take the whole number which is not a prime number, and you will break down that number into its factors, whether prime or composite factors. The process is called factorization. In factorization, you will get prime and composite, both factors of the given number. So if you have 70 as, there is an example on page 45. So observe the following: 70 is equal to 1 into 72 into 35, 5 into 14 gives you 70, 7 into 10 gives you 70. So 2, 5, and 7 are the prime numbers, which are factors of 70, and rest are the composite numbers, which are factors to 70, 70, 14, and 10. So all the factors of 70 are 1, 2, 5, 7, 10, 14, 35, and 70. The prime factors of 70 are 2, 5, and 7 only. The composite factors of 70 are 10, 14, 35, and 70. These are the numbers which are divisible, which has got more than 3 or more than 3 divisors. So they are the composite factors of 70. Similarly, you can solve the rest of the examples by yourself. Here, in quick reference, the blank is given a prime number, page is 45 at the top of page. Look, a prime number is a number that has only two factors, one and the number itself. This is the definition of prime number. A composite number has more than two factors. This is the definition for composite number. Underline both and write down in your notebook. The next definition is on page 46. The process of expressing a number as the product of its prime factors is known as prime factorization. So when you factorize a number and you divide it with only the prime numbers, this process is called, and you split up that number into its prime factors by doing the division. So you get only the prime factors of that number. And the process is called prime factorization. Not only the factorization in which you get prime and composite, both numbers, both factors, but in prime factorization, you have to use only the prime numbers, which has got two divisors. They are divisible by one and itself. So all those numbers which are prime and which can divide the given number, the process is called prime factorization, and the numbers are prime factors of the given number. Examples are given on page 46. 35 has 5 into 7, two numbers which are prime factors. 42 is divisible by 2 into 3 into 7, means 2 into 3 into 7 gives you 42, and 2, 3, 7 are the prime factors of 42. 210, the number is given to you and you have to factorize. So when you factorize 210, you get 2 into 3 into 5 into 7, all the prime factors of these numbers. When you multiply all these numbers together, you will get 210. And these numbers are prime numbers, prime factors. When a number is multiplied by itself, note is there on page 46. The result can be written as follows. 2 into 2 gives you 2 square. 2 is being multiplied 2 times. 5 into 5 into 5 means you are going to multiply 5 3 times with 5. So 5 cube is there. 5 raised to the power 3 is there. The power is 3. The number of times gives you the power, number of power. The number of written on the top of the number of times a number has been multiplied itself. Note down this also for the blank. Now, if the HCF, page is 47, if the HCF of two numbers is 1, then the numbers are called co-prime numbers. If two numbers are given to you and their factor is only 1, which is common in both, so if 1 is the common factor of two numbers, the numbers are said to be co-primes. HCF is also called greatest common divisor, GCD or GCF, greatest common factor. Here, underline the HCF is also called Zimal, you are playing with someone, some kid. You are not attentive in the class, and then I'll not send you the video. Hadia Sajjad, why you are late in the class? I'm not going to explain again and again. Why you come late in the class? And Mariam Khan, your camera is not on your book, or you are not attentive in the class. You show the outside of your home or whatever the place is. I can see all of you mind it. Okay, highest common factor is also called greatest common factor or greatest common divisor, GCD, underline. HCF by prime factorization method, pages 48. So how can you find the HCF by doing the prime factorization? Examples are given on the page. Do these examples by yourself at home and get the practice. The HCF is the product of lowest powers of the common prime factors. This is the definition for HCF. How can you find out the HCF? By the lowest powers of the common prime factors, which are common in all. The numbers are given to you as 54, 108, and 144. So the HCF of these three numbers, first you have to do the prime factorization separately of these numbers, and then you convert the factors into the powers, 2 into 3 cube, here 2 square into 3 cube, pages 48, 2 raised to the power 4 into 3 square. These are the factors. So you will choose the lowest power of common factors, common in all. 2 is here in 48, 54, 108 has got 2 square, and 144 has got 2 raised to the power 4 as your common factor. So the lowest power is 2. So select 2 for the HCF, and then 3 is also common in all the numbers, and the lowest power of 3 is 3 square in the last number 144. So choose 3 square as your common factor. So with the lowest power, so 2 multiplied by 3 square gives you 18 as your HCF of these three numbers. Highest common factor is 18, which can divide exactly 54, 108, 144. So 18 is the number which is the highest one among these three numbers, and you find it by factorizing each number by the prime numbers, and you get the, by choosing the lowest power which is common in all, and you product the factors and you get 18. So this is the process how to find out the prime factorization, HCF by the prime factorization method.